Hello and welcome back to Robinsunne Art Studio. My name is Robinsunne and I'm very happy to be here with you. Please like, comment, subscribe, and share this video if you enjoy it. So today we are going to talk about my messy desk or paper tassels. This one I don't think is quite dry, so I'm going to try to be very gentle with it. But there's a button, and yeah, I'm going to show you how to make these. Ta-da! So, on the backs of these, I wrote out, I think that's a 3-inch and a 4-inch and a 3 3/8 inch. So I've done different widths of papers, just to kind of check out what they look like. But I've also done this other thing where I was playing with exactly how thickly I cut the fringe. So here's one that's pretty thick. This is like a 1/4 of an inch or something, and this is like a 1/16 of an inch. Yeah, so we get to choose what we like the best. And you'll see that I've topped them with different things. This is wrapped in paper. I hope that's actually focusing. Wrapped in paper, and then I did a paper punch star. This one, I used a button, like I said. This one has a metallic star and a paper punch circle. This one has a little rubber stamp I made and then did some echo cutting. And this has a label medallion, which is going to be my next video, and some words. And all of them are stapled on the back. So let's put these here and talk about how to do this. So you need a rectangle of paper, and really it could be anything. This particular one is 5 inches by almost 4 inches. And scissors. So let's make this one kind of skinny fringes too, just because I think that's really pretty. We are having some serious summery weather. It's up in the high 70s for, I think, the first time maybe this spring, this summer. So I've often heard the 21st of June, or whenever the summer solstice is, as midsummer, as in Midsummer Night's Dream. And I always thought, well, if summer starts, like very often we hear that summer starts on the 21st of June, the solstice, but then it's also called midsummer, and I couldn't quite figure that out. So I learned, not too terribly long ago, that midsummer is another name for the solstice, because summer actually starts, and this is the pagan calendar, on the 1st of May. So if you count from the 1st of May to the middle of June, you get about 6 weeks. And then if you go from the middle of June for another 6 weeks, you end up along about the 1st or 2nd of August, which is, well, there are a bunch of names for it. Lugasna and Lamas. I think that's how you say it. Actually, it's one of those wonderful Celtic words where a lot of the consonants are not pronounced the way we do here in America. And I don't really know how to say that, but that's what it looks like if I was to pronounce it in American English. Yeah, so anyway, the solstices and the equinoxes are the midpoints of the seasons, not the beginnings of the seasons. In some reckonings. I mean, clearly not everybody figures the seasons like that, but I guess there are some who do, and this year for certain, because it's warmer than I've ever experienced here in Maine. The 1st May probably was the beginning of summer. Anyway, something to think about. Okay, so I think we said that this is 5 inches across. And you'll see that I folded this paper tassel pretty widely, and this one, this one's was 5 inches across, just like this paper, and this is 5 1/8. So basically, they're all 5 inches. But this one I folded to be really wide, and this one I folded to be kind of skinny. So let's see if we can do something in the middle. Let's do about that. And then you just roll it around like this. And this is coming out in a weird place. So I'm actually going to cut a little tiny bit off the back. So that gives me nice rounded edges. And then I'm going to take my little stapler and close that. And then what could we use? What if I do sorry, this is off camera. That just jumped off the table. What if we do a blue circle? We're going to have to stack this because it isn't as wide as I need it. So this is the stacking process. You get the top shape and you glue it to a piece of paper. And if you had paper punches in close succession, like 1/8 of an inch apart, like a 1 inch, a 1 1/8, a 1 1/4, like that. But I don't have that. Actually, I don't even know if they make that. So that's pretty even. And this color, I think this paper is the most gorgeous color. And that'll fit right there. So we'll stack it up again. The thing that's nice with, this is all cardstock, and with stacking cardstock is that it makes this sort of coin feeling to the decoration for the tassel. And I don't know, it just feels really good in my hand. I like it. So if you're a person who inks, inking these layers as you go can be fun and pretty. All right, that's about right. Ta-da! And I think what I'm going to do is glue the tassel itself because then I know I'm not going to get glue where I don't need it. So what else could we put on here? Oh, you know what I could have put on here before I glued it is a brad, you know, and then it would be really pretty. There it is, what those brads are. So I didn't do that on this one, but I have a brad that's a heart. That might have been pretty. And I have a brad that's a star. Actually, maybe the silver would have looked even prettier on that. You know what I could do? We could cheat. Make a little starter hole. And I can glue that on right on top of the other blue one. And it'll be our little secret. That I had an afterthought for the design. Let's put that so it's an upward facing star. Upward facing stars having different meanings than downward facing, and actually I'm not quite sure what that is, what the two meanings are, but I think in general an upward, you know, a star that points upward in the middle, somehow nicer, better juju, or it's a doing. There's a lot of this in pagan wisdom, the act of going sort of towards, of creating a thing, or the act of dissolution or pulling back from a thing. And one isn't better than the other. It sort of just depends where you are in your life as to which is a better idea. Do you want to be making a thing or undoing a thing? You know, like washing your laundry or sewing a shirt. Yeah. So look, aren't those so cute? So that's how you make a paper tassel. And I don't have the journal right here with me, but you can use these inside a journal. This isn't one of them. I showed you a spacious flip-a-lobe. Do you see how much space there is here? So we could open up a page and we could glue this here, and there's plenty of room in this book. You know, we still have a lot of spine to fill. So I'm showing you how to make kind of juicy, dimensional ornaments. And this is a way to make paper tassels for your paper journal. I hope you have fun with this idea. And of course, you can use paperweight paper. You can use, metallic papers. You could use old scrapbook papers that, or new scrapbook papers that you have. Yeah, you can use anything. I wonder if you could use tinfoil. That might be kind of complicated cutting tin foil, but you could glue the tin foil onto paper and then cut. That would be interesting. And then you'd have like a front and a back, unless you glued tin foil on both sides. Yeah, you could use newspaper, like a piece of newspaper that had a lot of text on it. It would give you a lovely gray, except you never know what the words are. Okay, so if there's a novel that you're tearing apart that you like, and has good words in it, then you could do that. You could use that kind of paper. You could use old calendar paper that had really beautiful pictures on the picture part. That would make amazing tassels. That'd be great. And of course, there's a front and a back to that kind of paper. So instead of folding them round, you could cut them all, 3/4 of an inch or something, and just glue them on top of each other so that the colored part shows forward. Yeah, just let your imagination play with that. So my blessing for you today is, sorry, I blew these out, but with these little sparkles going all over the world, I wish, this is being complicated, it's coming to me very slowly. Lots of creativity, of course. Yeah, that's all they're giving me, is just lots of creativity. Ta-da! And lots of colors, and lots of little ideas, and lots of juicy things in your journals. Or, in a letter to a friend, or anywhere you want to use it. Alrighty. Thank you so much for spending some time with me, and I'll see you next time. Bye.